An 8-month-old girl has become Taiwan's youngest severe case of COVID-19. The baby was admitted to intensive care after developing a high fever and convulsions. She's currently breathing with support from a respirator. Just a week earlier, another child developed a rare, painful condition after coming down with COVID. She developed rhabdomyolysis, which is when the body's muscle tissue dies and releases fibers into the bloodstream. Following days of intensive hospital care, the child has taken a turn for the better.
This footage shows a 6-year-old stricken with pain in her legs. She can't get out of bed, and she cries at the slightest touch to her calves. On April 28th, this young COVID patient came down with a fever. Following a telemedicine consult, she was transferred to a hospital, where she was diagnosed with a rare condition called rhabdomyolysis.
She couldn't walk at all. Her calves hurt at the slightest touch. I massaged them, but that only provided temporary relief. On April 30th, the child developed pain in both legs, particularly in the calf area, where there was tremendous pain that prevented her from walking. She had to be supported to stand. Blood work showed that her muscle enzymes had risen past 6,900. Fortunately, her kidney function was normal, and urine testing showed that there was no muscle protein in the urine.
Fearing that the girl would develop acute renal failure, the doctor administered large infusions of saline. After 2 to 3 days of treatment, the girl recovered her strength and regained her ability to walk. On Monday, the CECC announced another COVID case involving a child. An 8-year-old girl came down with a high fever of 39 degrees. When her breast milk intake went down and her activity level dropped, she was admitted into intensive care. She is the youngest severe COVID case in the country.
She's a little over 8 months old and has no pre-existing chronic conditions. She experienced persistent convulsions and low blood pressure. She is currently in an intensive care unit. To stabilize her vitals, she has been intubated and is on a respirator to keep her lungs and her heart going.
Amid a rise in COVID cases among youth, Taipei City launched a dedicated COVID clinic for children on Monday. On opening day, the clinic was packed with parents and their young children. Some arrived late without an appointment and had to leave without a consult.
If you're able to make an appointment, do so. This morning, there were many people who came without an appointment. Of course, I know that everyone is anxious, but go online to make an appointment first and wait patiently. We'll expand capacity to meet the demand as soon as we can.
The children's clinic can treat 120 people a day, and the city says more capacity will be added in the future. New Taipei, Taichung, and Kaohsiung are offering similar services for children in hopes of diverting patient flow to reduce pressure on emergency clinics.